Do you want to go first?
You go first. Let's see. You go first.
You go first.
Okay, first I feel it in my head before I feel it anywhere else. I do. I feel it like right here in my head. And then it like travels down. And it's the most incredible sensation.
I scream and I yell and I say, you know, more, it's good.
I have to like squeeze all my muscles, pretty much, just like every single muscle in my body.
Yeah, I start breathing heavier and honestly, you feel like you're gonna explode.
It's like you kind of lose your mind for a little bit. You just kind of go crazy.
It's sort of an eruptive state. It's a rising, ignited state. It can be kind of a boom, or it can be soft.
It's just like...
Yes. I'd been performing this piece for quite some time, and I didn't have one monologue in it about birth, which was a bizarre omission. Although recently I was interviewed by a male journalist, and he said, really, what's the connection?
My husband was there, and the doctor was there, and the nurse, and my sister, and they were holding my legs and telling me to push. And
When they said, oh, we can see the head, you know, one big push and you could push that baby out. And there's like this sort of bone-cracking, you know, stretchy sound.
I felt this very strange sensation of like something swimming through my body. And I realized, oh my God, he's coming out, he's coming out. So I just kept pushing harder. And then finally there he was, upside down, hanging by his legs, and he was okay.
It's so, I can't wait till you experience it. I
I
cannot
know you
wait.
can't.
I cannot wait. It's so wonderful. I can't wait. It's just, it's the best thing ever.
Over the course of writing the monologues, my daughter-in-law got pregnant, and she and my son invited me to be there for the birth of my granddaughter. And I have to tell you, if I was in awe of vaginas before this moment, I'm in deep worship now. I wrote this for my daughter-in-law, Shiva, and my granddaughter, Coco. I was there in the room. I was there when her vagina opened. We were all there, her mother, her husband, and I, and the nurse from the Ukraine with her whole hand up there in her vagina, feeling and turning with her rubber glove as she talked casually to us like she was turning on a loaded faucet. I was there in the room when the contractions made her crawl on all fours, made unfamiliar moans leak out of her pores, and still there after hours when she just screamed suddenly wild, her arms striking at the electric air. I was there when her vagina changed from a shy sexual hole to an archaeological tunnel, a sacred vessel, a Venetian canal, a deep well with a tiny stuck child inside, waiting to be rescued. I saw the colors of her vagina. They changed. Saw the bruised, broken blue, the blistering tomato red, the gray pink, the dark, saw the blood like perspiration along the edges, saw the yellow, white, liquid, the shit, the clots, pushing out all the holes, pushing harder and harder. Saw through the hole the baby's head, scratches of black hair, saw it just there behind the bone, like a hard, round memory. As the nurse from the Ukraine kept turning and turning her slippery hand. I was there when each of us, her mother and I, held a leg and spread her wide, pushing with all our strength against her pushing, as her husband sternly counting, 1, 2, 3, telling her, focus, focus harder. We looked into her then. We couldn't get our eyes out of that place. We forget the vagina, all of us. What else would explain our lack of awe, our lack of reverence. I was there when the doctor reached in with Alice in Wonderland spoons, and there, as her vagina became a wide, operatic mouth, singing with all its strength. First, the little head, then the gray, flopping arm, then the fast-swimming body swimming quickly into our weeping arms. I was there later. When I just turned, I turned and I faced her vagina. I stood and I let myself see her all spread, completely exposed, mutilated, swollen, torn, bleeding all over the doctor's hands who was calmly sewing her there. I stood, and as I stared, her vagina suddenly became a wide, red, pulsing heart. The heart is capable of sacrifice. So is the vagina. The heart is able to forgive and repair. It can change its shape to let us in. It can expand to let us out. So can the vagina. It can ache for us and stretch for us and die for us and bleed us into this difficult, wondrous world. So can the vagina. I was there in the room. I remember.